Hello everyone, my name is Patricia and welcome to Tester Tuesday. If you're someone that loves to hear about scents and how they perform, stay tuned because I will be discussing 3 more new release scents from the Scentsy Spring and Summer new catalog. We are in round 4, so check out my other videos if you're interested in the other scents. But basically this week we had 6 scents to choose from when voting. And in first place we had a minty green wax. It's a Disney release with 28% of the vote. It is Twitter pated. In second place, with 25% of the vote, a nice baby blue vibrant aqua color, Now and Zen. And with 17% of the vote in third place, Be My Honey, which is an yellowy orange wax. The other 3 scents we will discuss next week. They are Mojito Mambo, Pina Colada Cha Cha, and Johnny Appleseed. They will automatically roll over into round 5, and that will conclude our new scents for the catalog. So basically, let's preview this week. I had a scent that lasted a very, very long time. I had a scent that kind of took me by surprise and I can't stop thinking about it. And I had a scent that helped me out in a pinch in a family situation. And I will explain as we go. So the first scent is Twitter Pated. It is a greenish color wax. It's a Disney release and it's the first Disney that we actually had come out on top in any of our votings. So that's kind of nice. On cold, it's about a medium or a medium plus intensity, and it's in the fresh category. I warmed it here in my bedroom in a 25-watt bulb warmer. Each tester is about 3/4 of a cube. I pry out the wax and I put it together, which would make about 1.5 cubes in my warmer, so you can keep that in mind. So fragrance appeal, cold and warm, for me is about 5 to 6 out of 10 for this scent. So I'll read you the scent description for Twitter Pated. It is spring is in the air and it's waiting to sweep you off your feet in a swirl of sun-kissed Meyer lemon, morning dewdrops, and wild moss. So this is kind of inspired by Bambi. And the word Twitter pated means infatuated or obsessed. And unfortunately for me, I'm not infatuated or obsessed with Twitter pated. It's just not really in my desired group of fragrances. Let me go over the scent notes. We basically have Meyer lemon, we have morning dewdrops, and we have wild moss. So Meyer lemon is a little bit less acidic than a regular lemon, slightly sweeter, but it is still a lemon, so it's pretty tart. And I think that's lending a little bit of astringency to this scent. And then we have morning dewdrops, which I have no idea really what that means, but to me it implies like an aquatic, soft, fresh scent. And then we have wild moss, and I'm not really sure what moss smells like, but what I get from this is it reminds me of like a green scent, a fresh, clean green scent, not astringent in the sense like a stem of a flower, more just like a straightforward green, kind of like spring mix, salad mix, or like a cucumber kind of vibe. But then what happens is, I think what happens when you mix the lemon and the wild moss together, my nose picks up a bergamot vibe. And bergamot is kind of like a citrusy scent that imparts a little bit of masculinity. And I also get a tiny bit of cologne characteristic as the scent warms. So I think it starts out kind of unisex, but as it warms, it gets more and more masculine to me as the days go on. Now, strength and throw for this scent, 7.5, 8. Had no problem smelling it. Longevity for this scent. It lasts a long, long time. I had it going 4 days, almost 50 hours. So with some of those notes, I think they impart a lot of base notes to the scent that carry that scent through. So day 1, it was pretty sharp, pretty vibrant, a lot of green. It's not a sweet green. It's more of a intense, crisp green with a little bit of bergamot characteristic and a little bit of cologne and a little bit of aquatic kind of sneaking in there. Make Waves it's not the same as Make Wave, but Make Waves is very aquatic, a little bit of green and cologne. To me, this is the land version. It's very, very green, a little bit of aquatic, and a little bit of cologne. So day 2 wasn't quite as sharp or heady. It kind of mellowed out a tiny bit. But by day 3, it kind of transitioned to more of that cologne vibe. It reminded me of like the scent Green Calcite from Scentsy, and it also reminded me a tiny bit of Scentsy's Toasty Cabin, which has, I think it has a fern note in it and bergamot. So if you like long-lasting scents, fresh, clean, green scents with a little bit of cologne characteristic, this might be great for you. I think you could warm this in an open concept area, no problem. Bathrooms, laundry rooms, be great for like a man's office or a man cave. I just think it's kind of funny that, you know, if there was a man in your life and he really liked Twitter pated and he didn't know, and he said, can I have my favorite scent? And then you passed him the bar with Bambi on the front. I just think it's kind of funny. Anyway, Twitter pated is a great performer. So let's move on. The next one is Now and Zen. Now and Zen is probably medium on intensity when you smell it right out of the tester. And I felt like it got a little bit stronger since I smelled it from my first sniffs. It's in the fresh category. I had to warm this in my daughter's room because Twitter pated took so long. So fragrance appeal, cold and warm, is about 6 out of 10 for me. I really, really love grapefruit scents. This was a little bit different, but I still enjoyed it. Its sunny grapefruit balances calming chamomile and a yin and yang kind of love story. So for the grapefruit, I definitely get that. It's like 50%. It reminds me of a juicy pink grapefruit. Like, it's tart, but it's sweet at the same time. Chamomile. Chamomile is known for its anti-anxiety properties. It's kind of in the daisy family. It's used a lot in infusions, like and medicinal things. So that's very opposite of grapefruit in a way. To me, I get like a powdery herbal floral. But this really reminds me, when you put it in the warmer, it reminds me of the spa. And not the kind of scent at the spa where you kind of, it's very relaxing, you want to close your eyes and fall asleep. No. More like they're doing a pedicure or something like that, and they're rubbing like some sort of special foot scrub on your foot, and it's very invigorating and it really hits you. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. That kind of thing, something that kind of wakes you up. Or maybe one of those special shampoos that they have at spas that are like very herbal and pungent, and they've got a lot of things on the go and they cost a lot of money, and you're wondering, should I like this or do I just like it because it costs a lot of money? That's Now and Zen to me. So what I did was I put this in about 7 o'clock one night, and I usually don't do that because I like to kind of start it early in the day and kind of carry it through that way, but I was running out of time because of Twitter pated. So first thing I noticed was it really hit me. I was downstairs. I put it in my daughter's room upstairs, and I could smell it all the way downstairs. I could smell it. So strength and throw was pretty good. I would say 7.5 maybe on the strength, but throw maybe 8.5 because it was really traveling. Now the other thing that happened that day was, unfortunately, in the middle of the night, I heard that terrible sound that all parents dread. The sound of something hitting the floor, and you know you're going to have to clean it up. Unfortunately, my youngest was sick many, many times the night I had Now and Zen going in my daughter's room. But thank God I did, because Now and Zen really helped cut through that terrible smell. It helped disguise it, and I was able to get through the evening a lot better. And because I was awake, I was able to check on this. Now, I would say around 8 hours or so, the strength and throw started dropping a little bit, but I kept it in almost 36 hours over 3 days. As the days progressed, the grapefruit notes started to dissipate, and you were left with that chamomile vibe. And sometimes when I'd walk in the room, it would be hard to pick up, and sometimes I could pick it up very easily. So it was kind of a little bit inconsistent in that, but I kept it going because I could still get that nice scent. And I enjoyed it. I have another bar coming. You know, I don't think I would stockpile this scent. It's very different. It's two opposing scents kind of put together. So maybe if you put it in your bedroom, at first it'd be a bit invigorating, and then later a little bit more calming as the days go by. Open concept area, it might hold up because it's very strong at the beginning. You could put this in a bathroom. I think it would be great. A laundry room would be great. It might be nice in an entranceway. It might be nice to get rid of like a bad fish odor from your house. If you had fish night or something deep fried, this might be nice to put in. And I think if you're someone that's a bit adventurous, you might want to try this because it is very different. So that's Now and Zen. Let's talk about our third place scent, Be My Honey. On cold, I would say this is light to medium. It's a new release floral. Now don't be scared, okay? We're going to talk floral for a second. I warmed this in my daughter's room. Fragrance appeal on cold for me is only about 5 out of 10 because I'm not really big into honey scents. I don't really like honey in real life. And I didn't really think I liked honey scents, but we'll see. The scent description for Be My Honey. It's pineapple rings topped with sweet honey and jasmine blossom make a treat fit for a queen. So I don't really pick up pineapple per se. Perhaps if it's there to add a bit of sweetness and a slight tartness. I definitely pick up on honey, and it says sweet honey. Now keep in mind there are so many different types of honey because depending what floral, that bee visits, it kind of impacts the scent and the taste of that honey. So there are so many different types of honey. And so I think if you give out a blanket statement that you don't like honey, well, that could be wrong because there might be some that you like. It's kind of like when my son says, I don't like casseroles. And I'm like, well, you might not like that specific casserole, but there's so many different types that you can't just kind of put them all in the same category. So keep that in mind. Now, jasmine. Usually I struggle with jasmine a tiny bit. I find scents like Amazon Rain and Coastal Strawberry, even Luna, sometimes a little bit strong because of the jasmine note. But this scent is very nice on the jasmine. The honey and the jasmine blend together so nicely. Basically, I picture the bee visiting the jasmine, and then I picture the honey guy the guy with the bee net, the big net, scraping the honey off the honeycomb, because I feel like you can get honeycomb out of this, like a nice soft, that beautiful smell that feels like it's more honeycomb than honey. But I put this in my daughter's warmer, and I would say strength and throw is about 6 to 6.5 out of 10. And that might sound not the greatest, but to me this is a perfect intensity for this fragrance because I don't know if you'd want it super strong and in your face. The honey might seem nauseating or overpowering if that was the case. I had this going for 3 days, almost 40 hours, and I think by the 40-hour mark it was pretty much dead as a doornail. But I kept it going because I really, really liked this. I wanted to get every little last bit out of this. Fragrance appeal on warm shot way up for me. I was very surprised, but I would say 8 out of 10. So it might have started out 5 out of 10, then it went up to an 8 out of 10. So I really, really, really enjoyed this. I was so pleased. It's so well balanced and just a lovely scent. It's a soft floral with sweetness. It's not an overbearing floral. It's very pleasant. If you are scared of florals, this is a great entry-level floral for you because to me it's more of a sweet, yummy floral. And I actually pick up, as it warmed in the early stages, I picked up almost like a slight confectionery note. And then later in the warming, when I walked in the room, you could almost smell like a marshmallow tone in the room. And as you got closer to the warmer, it smelled like the jasmine and the honey and things like that. So just very, very pleasant. I would advise keeping this to a small room because it's not very strong. Something like a bedroom or a bathroom would be really, really nice. I've already ordered a bar. I can't wait for it to arrive. Kind of reminds me when you're at a restaurant and they feed you a wonderful small portion of something. You eat it, it's delicious, and you want more. For me, I warmed Be My Honey. I loved it and I wanted more. So yeah, just to summarize, Twitter pated. Extremely long-lasting, crisp green scent with a bit of cologne, bergamot kind of vibe. But it does last forever. Now and Zen. A nice strong scent that you're not expecting it to be that strong. It really cuts through bad odors, helped me out in my situation. And I have another bar coming, so I'll probably warm it, in certain situations. And Be My Honey is my favorite, I think, out of all the new releases so far. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm eager to get my bar coming up in my next haul. So anyway, at this point of the video, we usually draw for scents, but we don't need to because we already know what 3 scents we're doing next week. But I do need your input for 2 things. I'm planning a live video. It's going to be like a wax chat video, but basically I'm going to field questions from you guys, but also I'd love to have questions to kind of answer in advance. And I think I might start off with some Scentsy Club discussion points. But I would love to know from you, if you have any kind of question for me or questions, plural, put them down in the comments below. You can put a few question marks before them and that way I can pick them up quite easily. Anything within reason I should be able to answer. If I don't know the answer, I will try to get it for you. The other thing was, I would love to know if you have any video suggestions or wishes. Keeping in mind that some things take time and I need to do a little bit of research, but I will do my best to get out as many videos If there's certain things that are interesting you guys, I'd love to know, so you can put that in the comments below. So basically 2 things. Any wax or home fragrance related questions for me, or any video suggestions for me. And I'm aiming for March 17th, which is Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. So I'm hoping there's not going to be too many people out drinking. I'm aiming for 2 o'clock Atlantic time in the afternoon for me. So that would be 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central, 11 a.m. Mountain, and 10 a.m. Pacific time. And this way, maybe some of my viewers in Europe and other areas of the world can participate as well, depending if they're awake, that kind of thing. So as always, thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.